Peace and blessings, world, and welcome to another edition of Fresh Perspective, where we give you a fresh look on this week's hot topics. And while we was off camera, we was talking about the association, and we got into a nice little talk about Melo and his effect on Porzingis. But before we start, I'm your host, Irvin Hawkins. I'd like to introduce Mr. Denzel Chappelle, host of another Chappelle show. Mr. Courtney Chappelle, what's going on?
What's good, world? What up?
All right, we got the great orator and tactician, also the host of Homage Speaks. How you feeling, my brother?
Hey, what's going on, people? What's happening? Let's do it.
All right, let's talk about this guy, Porzingis, the person that Kevin Durant called a unicorn. It looks like this year he's starting to fulfill his promise. I personally think that it's because Melo is gone, but it's not about me. It's about these two gentlemen here. Mr. Goat, talk to me. Do you feel like Melo being gone is allowing Porzingis to reach his full potential?
Well, I feel like you trying to spare and hedge your bet because that stuff you was talking before we got on the air live, you're not talking that now. But I'm gonna speak on it anyway because I'm gonna remind the people just in case they don't know what you said. You pretty much said that the reason why Porzingis is playing the way he is playing now is because Melo is gone, and I think that's absolutely false. Porzingis is getting the same looks that he's been getting the last 2 seasons with Melo. The difference between this season and the seasons prior is that he's actually taking the same shots, but he is making the same shots. He is in better shape. Look at his body. He is not sucking in gas from the air. He don't put on a little weight, so he's banging a little bit more. And right now, because there's no Melo there, he's shooting the ball with extreme confidence. And his teammates, and I guess he's realized that his teammates now feed off of him and his energy and how he's playing. He's no longer playing with a Derrick Rose who can take a little bit off. He's no longer playing with a Melo to where he can take a little bit off. No, it's Porzingis or nothing. So he has no choice but to continue to play at the high level that he's playing at now. But for me, he's doing what he's supposed to do. He's taking the same shots. He took 20 shots a game last year. He took the shots. He just got to make the shots.
Okay. Mr. Young and Talented, what's your thought process on it? Once again, I feel like the young man is doing better without Melo. What do you think?
Um, I don't think it has nothing to do with him and Melo. The team is playing better without Melo as a team, as a unit. But him in particular, no. He got his body stronger. He's more solid. They can't push him out. Before they used to be able to stand there and push him away from that shot. Now he's strong enough to follow through, even though he's being hit on his jump shot. I don't think it has anything to do with Melo per se. He took these same kind of shots last year. He just wouldn't take them last year. He would pump fake and think about it, and now he just shooting. He just the best thing that happened for him is he went back to Latvia and played for the national team, and he was able to fit in that role of just shooting. Just be a player. Stop thinking so much. Stop worrying about this, worrying about that. He's shooting the basketball. He's getting it. He's being aggressive. He had the same opportunities with Melo. He just wouldn't do it. I don't feel Melo has anything to do with him directly. I feel like Melo has to do with the team because as a team, now you don't have a need to have to play him 20, 30 minutes. There is no bailout when things are going bad where you just go ISO and give it to Melo and hope he could carry you home. Now they have to work together. They have to move the ball. They have to run offense. And coaching staff has the ability to pull and sit and move as they please. So as a team, they're playing better without Melo. Just as a unit, they defense they still suspect. They still doing weak ass shit. They still not paying attention to detail. Right now they're getting away with it. They're not gonna keep getting away with that all season. But him in particular, I feel like he's doing pretty much what he was doing last year. His shots ain't that much different. He just taking them with confidence now. He just pulling, which he should have been pulling from the gate.
Well, I think one subject we
Okay.
touch on is we need to touch on the
Okay,
three.
okay, okay. But now I feel like y'all let Melo off the hook a little bit. I know y'all Melo fans. Look, I'm a Melo fan. Even though Courtney, you say he's from New York, he did spend significant time in Baltimore, so I claim him myself. But Porzingis wasn't dropping 30 and grabbing 12 while Melo was there. So y'all blaming all of that on youth? Y'all not blaming that on the stickum that was on Melo's hands throughout the years when he was in New York?
Man, the boy was getting rebounds and blocking shots last year. What are you talking about? He took the same shots.
Hawk is
He
one of
wasn't
the
making
people
them.
who he ain't watched a New York Knicks game in 3 years. He just falling for the Coco again, like he always do. We're gonna call him Coco Crisp.
But now we looking at Russell's game. Russell averaged a triple double last year.
He
What
averaging a
Russell
triple
do this
He
year?
averaging that right now.
Melo stick him over there.
He's averaging that right now.
right
And
now.
he's taking less. He averaging that right now, and he's taking less shots. And Melo has been actually the most consistent one. He's shooting 40% from the field. What that got to do with him? Matter of fact, they're not even in the game against Utah or Minnesota without Melo.
Melo.
What are you talking about? See, this is, you know what it is? You trying to duck the point. You trying to blame Melo. We need to focus on John Wall bum ass. That's what we need to be having a discussion about.
But hold on, before you get on John Wall, I think focusing on Melo is important because this is a man who the NBA tried to put on the same level as LeBron. This was supposed to be Magic and
Now,
Bird
this what you're
all
not
over
gonna do.
again.
Hold on, Hulk. Now, this what you're not
And
gonna do.
let's
You're
keep all
not
the
gonna
way.
disrespect
Melo
Carmelo
didn't
Anthony
reach the
as
potential
if
that he
you're
was
not gonna disrespect Carmelo Anthony as if Carmelo Anthony was not a McDonald's All-American and played collegiate basketball and won a national championship and was the most valuable player of the tournament. You're not gonna act like that didn't happen. Melo was not some normal, hyped up kid. He was a guy who was
absolutely, and
and lived up to his height. And let's make it real clear here. Do not act like that David Stern had something to do with everybody drafting Darko Milicic over a guy who just went through college, who's a McDonald's All-American. He didn't just go to college and dominate, put up buckets, and lose in the Elite Eight or the Sweet 16. He went all the way to the ship and was the reason why they beat Kirk Hyatt and Nick Collison, because they was not beating him. They was not beating that Kansas Jayhawk team with Roy Williams as the head coach without Carmelo Anthony playing. Make no mistake about it. You need to put some respect on that boy's name. That's what you need to do.
Well, see, you're proving my point because look, Carmelo coming out of Syracuse was the absolute man. I did think he was going to be LeBron's rival, and it never materialized. To talk about this because the
How did it
Knicks
never materialize, bro? How can you be a
during
rival
Melo's tenure,
when your coach
yeah,
is
we could blame
George
a lot
Karl, and George Karl has had great teams his entire career and won nothing?
I got a better question for you. Hawk. Who's LeBron James' rival right now? Hawk. Hawk, where you at?
Hey, maybe Hawk don't know, but I'll answer the question for him. LeBron James' rival in the NBA is Kevin Durant. Hawk, Court, me and you already had this discussion, and I agree with you 110%. What the NBA did was instead of giving Melo the tools that he needed to get it done, they put it in Kevin Durant's hands. They chose Kevin Durant.
But my point was he's only his rival when what happened? He had 3 other niggas that was top 15, top 20.
Oh yeah, Melo never had that. Melo never had that.
But that's my.
This is the best team. This is the best team at year 15 that Melo has ever been on right now.
Pretty much.
The Chauncey Billups Nuggets come close, but that's because they added Chauncey to a young Melo. No disrespect to Chauncey, but he don't want none of Russell. He don't want none of that animal.
I don't know. Chauncey in his heyday. Right now, vintage Chauncey. I still take Chauncey over Russell.
Chauncey gonna play the game raw. He gonna play a good game, but I think Russell just gonna run all the way around that boy. Just too fast. Too fast for that boy.
At the end, Chauncey gonna knock down big shots. Chauncey gonna get his buckets.
They gotta get to the end. Because they would have. Because Melo gonna kill Russell. And Melo is gonna kill Tayshaun Prince. Gonna kill him. It's gonna be murder. It's gonna be murder. It's gonna be murder. No, they might not even be in the game because of that matchup.
Wait till you catch KD ass.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm thinking about going down there for that one. You gonna go with me this time again?
Wait till. It depends when the game is. Some things gonna be.
I have to go down there for that one.
Yeah, as long as it ain't no back-to-back, somebody on a back-to-back type shit, yeah, I go. But if they on a back-to-back, I ain't going. Somebody getting blown out.
I'm with you. Well, fellas, it's that time. Court, give us your fresh perspective your final perspective on Melo and his impact on Porzingis.
I think he had a great impact. He showed him what it is to be a star in New York City and how to deal with the pressure. And it's time for him to deal with it. And so far, so good. He's dealing with the pressure properly. He's adjusting. I think he's learning what it is to be the number one option. I think he's gonna have to watching the last couple games. He's gonna have to know when the refs just not respecting him on that level right now. The hype isn't big enough around him for them to give him some calls that he's actually being hit and stripped on. So I think he's going to have to know when to shy away from contact and get that dirt thing going as opposed to like being aggressive and looking for it. I think he's just going to have to learn the difference of the two. But other than that, boy playing good. Can't knock it. I think Melo prepared him and as a big brother gave him all the tools he needed and he following suit.
Well, as far as my final perspective go on this, I believe Melo is one player who don't get the credit that he deserves as being one of the most talented scorers of the basketball we've ever seen. When Melo has a great point guard, he plays well. Everybody wants him to be this point forward, and LeBron does get a lot of credit for being a great passer, which he is, but he doesn't get the same credit for those turnovers that he do throw. Carmelo Anthony's job is to do one thing, and that's to get buckets. That's always been his role. If you're asking him to do more, when you have those players around him who can do those things, you're not just going to get the best version of Carmelo Anthony. And I think right now, at this point in his career, his move to Oklahoma City, we're going to be able to see for the entire season the best version of Carmelo Anthony, which is Carmelo at the four with an ultimate mismatch and mainly in catch and shoot situations. So I'm very excited for Melo, and I'm also excited for Porzingis because he gets a chance for those who don't know, you're about to find out who he is because he's coming to a city near you, and he probably going to do it to your favorite power forward or something. Peace and blessings, y'all.